use Databricks as well, you said? Fine, good. How about you?
My name is Arif, and we all on various sides of IT department,
Uh-huh.
data analytics, MLS, and lots of things.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, my name is Griffin. I'm a college student, and I'm largely studying computer science courses with cybersecurity focuses on that.
Okay. Which university do you?
Pure Washington.
Washington. Washington. Did I?
Yeah, my name is Mohsin Kamal, and I work as a cloud architect
Uh-huh.
for Oracle Cloud.
Okay.
And
So
I,
Oracle is doing great things now.
yes, I'm
So are you
mostly,
into AI related Oracle Cloud?
yeah, so my specialty is cloud architecture, infrastructure architecture. So I do work with a lot of these companies like Zoom and other companies who are doing this AI stuff.
Hmm.
So I manage their infrastructure essentially.
Okay.
I help them.
So AI
Yeah,
infrastructure.
AI.
So who else uses apart from OpenAI?
So there are multiple right now.
Uh,
um, I would say the huge deal that Oracle is currently working with is there's a merger going on right now with CBS and Paramount, so they are interested. And then there are a bunch of other enterprise customers that are interested in AI right now.
okay. Fine. So where is the data center here? Do you have here?
So there are three main places. So one is Stargate that is coming in Albion, Texas. That
Oh,
is almost 60% complete, but there
okay.
are some workloads with OpenAI is already currently working on. And then there are two locations, Phoenix and Chicago. That's where most of the GPU clusters are right now.
It's Phoenix and Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay. So, sisters, do you want to get involved or you are comfortable there? Yep. Do you want to participate? Just to know your. So, we have, you know, that there are a lot of hype and also the fear which coming with AI. Every day AI is in news. So we will see what is this hype all about and what is the fear in case if you have, how AI is doing, what is the reality. Okay, we'll just cut through the noise and remove the layers and try to understand how exactly we can frame ourselves in this new profound AI economy. So it is no longer a buzzword. You know that you have seen how Oracle has just jumped in the stock market. That shows that how heavy investment is going on in AI. So yeah, some part of it is hype and some part of it is there is some reality we need to understand. And as a community, how we can be proactive and start participating and getting to know AI in case if you have not done it. Fine. So that is a whole of the discussion. So the way we go, the initial slides will be what is in news. Okay, what does that, what newspaper talk about. Then also we'll see what newspapers don't talk about. Then we see, check into how we can improve ourselves or how we can make ourselves efficient, powerful, and indispensable in this AI world. And so the whole lecture is all about, I'll give my thought process, my suggestion. It is up to you guys to come up with a concrete how you want to frame yourself and put yourself in this new economy. And definitely we like your participation, right? So as per World Economic Forum, there is about 60 million job displacement expected in 2025. And by 2030, there will be about 800 million job displacement around the world. That's the statistics is what we are talking of. And about 80% of the job have at least 10% of impact on how we do the job. And 25% of the workers have been worried about the job market. That is the statistics we have collected. And coming to the tech market, especially, you have seen from past 18 months, about 170K jobs have been lost. In this year itself, we have seen about 74,000 layoffs in the tech industry. So this is definitely reshaping the labor demands across various sectors. It is not only IT. So now if you have noticed this, the big layoffs are coming from IT giants like Meta, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Salesforce, etc. So you see here, tech experience, there is either they are paying people who are highly qualified, they are paying very high salary, or some of the jobs are getting disappeared. Either you get very highly paid premium salaries. Okay. Now, coming to the declining wages, wages have been a bit stagnant in IT world now. And other thing which is going on is people finding the job. Okay, and also jobs getting posted have slowed down. So that means the bargaining power has come down in IT.
Can you
Mm-hmm.
So the yellow line,
Mm-hmm. The orange line represents the re-employment, finding the job within 3 months after you've been laid off.
okay.
That is also in a decline.
So
That's also in a decline. Fine. And average salary is start coming down. Fine. That's what the trend is looking in the IT sector. So automation. So AI is started doing cognitive tasks, which usually humans are specialized in doing it. So some automation have started happening. There is an estimate like 30% of the work may get automated. That means about 30% somewhat layoff are expected in down the track. So you have already seen the layoff trends have been started. Now you see there is another picture here. Blue collar jobs are gaining. You see either you are being highly paid or you see blue collar trades are getting popular now. Wind turbine technicians, HVAC technicians, okay, they are getting paid high, even up to 100K. Yeah, I think the first one is wind turbine. Let me see whether I can. Maybe the resolution of this. Okay, let me keep it this way, but I can't. Okay. Yeah, electricians, plumbers, construction workers, HVAC technicians are coming, like even 100K has been paid for them. Next thing you see that blue collar work, even you see construction worker, plumber, electricians, they have started having demand, and you see the gray curve, software developers demand is somewhat coming down, and other sectors are somewhat going up. Data warehouse, because you need a lot of HVAC guys, right? And again, these are the jobs which will not be replaced by AI. Because this one, you need to make the you have to be physically present at the place, and you have to make the decisions there, and you have to make the changes, etc. So, like suppose you want to assemble the furniture, there is no AI to assemble IKEA furniture. You need to, yeah. on the tech sector.
Sorry?
Tech sector,
The slide in the data.
yeah.
So how much of it's related to, nowadays there's pressure from the outsourcing too.
Hmm.
So you can see that the level of experience being required for certain positions is dropping. But then the availability of those skills at a cheaper rate. So how much of that is pulling down the...
So you mean to say because of AI?
No, no, I'm just saying that other than AI, what is affecting it?
Other than AI, we will see what else is affecting it. Okay, this, we are just looking at the buzzwords, what's going on, and we will see other than AI,
Because
what
most
other
of it gets associated with that, but a lot is going on the other side as well.
other side as well. One thing, yeah, one thing you have pointed out, outsourcing. Yeah, yeah,
I know about this trend,
yeah.
but the thing I don't understand,
Hmm.
okay, the plumber and the electrician, carpenter, they don't need AI. Why is there more demand?
One is, you see, now because of the data center HVAC,
Okay,
yeah, and plumbers are in the sense it was been neglected field for long, and also there is aging population is happening, right? Yeah, these things are making
so there's
uh,
new infrastructure that is
new
required.
infrastructure, and people are like, you see the generation, one of the generation is getting old, the one what they call it as the people who went for Second World War, and the people are living now, they are coming now, those jobs has to be filled up. So this is also contributing.
Are you
Mm.
suggesting whether they do a career change?
Oh no, just I'm just telling that what is going on. Let's see how.
My question is very simple. As I mentioned before, so I'm on a project management side rather
Hmm.
than onto technical side of the platform, right? So who it affects more, technical or non-technical, in terms of the AI, in terms of layoffs and all that?
Okay, we will go there. Okay, hold on that. If I don't answer, we will catch it at the end. Fine. You see here, now the question is coming, is it worth to pay for the college degree, which is around 400K you spend for an undergraduate. Now, with these trends are going on, is it really to play? Now you see the trend is 22% of the people feel that, only 22% feel that they need a college degree. And you see the blue collar jobs, people have started considering Gen Z, etc. About 4 adults out of 10 are thinking about looking at blue collar jobs. This is the trend which is going on, okay? Now, impact of AI has greater in the labor market, especially in different sector. You see it as even in IT, either they are being paid very high now, okay, or you see the trajectory is the job. You have AI specialists, their job, you see they are being paid premium, and blue collar jobs are steadily growing, and general technical roles are slowly coming down. General technical roles. Now let's see in the reality. These are the buzzwords, what's going on in the newspapers, etc.
Where did you get that data from?
This is from IBM, World Forum, World Economical Forum,
It's US centric.
US-centric, mostly US-centric. So now coming into what exactly is going on, you see CS market, especially computer science, in from up to 2020, 2023, there are about 40% more people are getting taking CS major. Means more CS manpower is coming into the market. That is also making this impact. It is not only the way it has been projected, it's not only AI. AI impact may be less, but number of people coming out of CS is also increased, 40% increase is there. Then there was too much hiring went on during COVID period. They were expecting that things will continue, the digitalization, etc. But it didn't go as per the plan. That is also that is contributing to the layout, not the way it has been projected AI itself. Okay. Pardon?
Look at the current state.
Yeah, what has been created, the hype, right? It's not only the AI, but there are other factors. That's what I mean. And you see there is now, because the market, there are more CS engineers. So either you need to be very competitive or you need to have some niche skills, whether it is cloud computing or whether it is AI, learning about AI. I'm talking about especially for the kids who are coming out. And it is cybersecurity. If you have this niche additional skill, still there is market. And if you are a programmer, you need to be really good. It's not that you know program, because you see when let's go back and see about 3-4 years back. You know the programming, couple of questions were asked, they just take you in. That's not the case now. You see the interviews are becoming a lot tougher because they have choice in the market. That's what I mean. It is not only the AI which is, but this is the real thing which they are not talking about. Now, some of the companies were very aggressive. They brought in AI first strategy. What happened to them? That also let's learn. Whether it is IBM or it is McDonald's, where they brought in AI in their drive-through, or whether it is Duolingo or Karna, all these people rushed. They are from different sector. They all rushed to, even they cut the manpower, in the sense they said that, okay, no CS customer support guys, HR, IBM took out HR, customer support. Then they have to rehire people because AI didn't do what was being expected. Where AI lagged, so what I mean is AI is not still there. So lack of empathy, because AI can process the data, find the pattern, but it doesn't truly understand like a human. So there is lack of empathy there, and repeated loop. Same questions were asked over and over again, and that led to customer dissatisfaction. And some of the customers don't want to talk to chatbots. Okay? And this has increased the workload for the humans who are handling these tasks. And you might have already seen this, Zillow. They came up with this pricing model, how badly impacted them. They made over purchases in the market, and you saw this was AI driven. With Zillow, the algorithm was doing prediction on the house prices. Based on that, they entered into the market to buy houses, and they wanted to buy and sell the houses, renovate, sell, and they bet the prices at a higher. They thought that it keeps going up, the pace they expected. That didn't happen in reality. It was a wrong decision. You saw that. Zillow's prices went down, stock market, then they had to correct themselves. So that was the operational risk, okay? And again, you see, you bring too much AI immediately into workplace, you will have fear and distrust. Even your current employees are not performing to the mark. So it should be a balanced approach. So COVID already saw that 9-to-5 jobs, it is more of result-oriented now compared to in the industrial revolution. We wanted all the people to come to one place, but now it's more of they don't care how many hours you work. The employer wants a result. So it is more of result-oriented economy we are getting in. Fine, it is not about a 9-to-5 job the way industry used to work. And there is a trend also about 4 days work week, because in order to get already some companies have experimented this. Then, what is human unique touch here? While AI can excel in pattern matching, finding the pattern, etc., but critical thinking, so this becomes more very super skills now. Critical thinking, like, okay, challenging the assumptions, thinking something new. AI can take the same information and put it out in different ways, but a human new thinking, still you need a human. It is taking the same information, mixing it up, and giving you the output. But if you want to have a brand new thing to be created, still humans need. And human connections are becoming vital because AI can process the data, but it doesn't understand the true meaning of the data. And negotiation skills are becoming more important in AI. AI cannot negotiate. You can negotiate as human. These skills one has to develop in this. And also decision making, and it is whether it is long-term planning, setting up the goals, these are all the human things which human excel compared to AI. Now, adaptability will become a super skill. The reason is you have to rapidly change and get adaptable, whether it is getting trained into new skill or upskilling, reskilling. Suppose the whole job may go away, if you have to be ready for the uncertainty coming up. So you should be ready to upskill or reskill and get adapt for the uncertain economy which will be coming up. We have to just be prepared and get adapted. This is from the LinkedIn. This particular characteristic of a human is more in demand now, who can be adaptable to the new change. Refined work and roles. Artificial intelligence is creating new categories of role. It's not that, so it is, we are talking about 85,000 to 85 million displacement, but there is 170 million, according to the World Economical Forum, about 170 million new jobs are expected to be created by AI. So it is not only the jobs are going out, but new jobs are also coming in. Yeah.
Quick question. I've heard this a lot.
Mhm.
That AI will create 176 million new jobs. When we say AI will create that, does that mean it's going to be jobs related to artificial intelligence, or is it going to be jobs in e-commerce or jobs in the food industry? What does it entail when you hear those? When you hear on the media saying the AI itself will create 176 million jobs?
Okay, we'll come to that point. Yeah, we have a slide for that. What all the new jobs get created? It is basically and professionals have been freed up for repetitive tasks. Suppose you are repeating something, or AI can do the mundane tasks, but you can upskill and how to control AI. Okay, the job creation, new and emerging job, I think better. Yeah, yes. So here you see the new jobs which are expected to be created, AI translators, because they need people who can translate what AI does. Okay, like a BA who is in between the technical guy and the business. The new role which will be emerging is AI translators, the people who understand AI and work with the business and see how you can align. Then you have prompt engineering is a new one which is coming up. If okay, next is AI. Prompt engineering is how to ask questions to AI. So AI is able to give you the answer, how best you can put together. We had a session where we did that. We can do multiple ways, role playing, fine, describing the problem properly, and also giving the question and answers, and also training on the context. So you can bring the answers the way, means basically you are making AI to give more information, okay? So asking better questions to AI. So that is also a skill which is coming up. Data science, then AI solution architect are the thing. Then ML engineers, you have AI governance will come up. These are some of the new tasks. About other field, I'll come to the other field. This is very specifically for the tech field. And comparing the strength of the human with AI, okay? AI is very good in data processing, pattern recognition, and repetitive tasks. AI can perform better. You have seen that. If something can be repeated, AI is able to do much, much efficiently than a human. Then calculation, if you give a tool to AI, it can do calculations. And creativity. Creativity, you see that that's where human can excel, coming up something with new, brand new idea. Still, it is human nature. Ethical judgment, human excels. Then emotional intelligence, context, true contextual understanding. AI only can find the patterns in the data, but it doesn't true understand the true meaning. Some places it can excel, but some places its knowledge is equivalent to child. It can do very wrong answers, right? And it has lot of bias, ethics, all those things are there. So how do we focus now? AI and human combination, what works the best? Means you have to collaborate with AI so that you augment that. In this way, you are more efficient, more powerful, right? And it will become indispensable if you adopt AI. How do we do that? Coming slides we will explain. Okay, so if you start collaborating AI, you start making decision using AI, because AI will support you with the data, but decisions have to be made by you. Okay. It is not about AI replacing us. It is a human who has AI knowledge replacing you. So it is not about AI. It is not about a doctor getting replaced by an AI. It is more about a doctor who has AI skill replacing a doctor who doesn't have AI skill, which works for all industries. It is across the board. Means a e-commerce guy or is a CS, customer support guy, if he can use AI, he will be much, much more productive than a person with no AI experience. See now, the employer survey says that, done by Microsoft, 70% employers say that a guy with lesser experience but knowing AI is much better than an experienced guy.
Just step into that.
Yes.
I mean, I have replaced people in multiple ways.
Mm-hmm.
With skills,
AI skills. And if you have noticed now in the requirement in your job posting, they will ask, how did you use AI in your day-to-day tasks? That is one of the question is coming. You have to this one based on your domain. You have to be ready to answer this, or whether it's an interview. This is a common question being asked now. Okay.
So is it about developing this language model, or is it about using the common tools?
See, now if you are coming from a technical background, you are developing those things, the one what you developing models, etc. If you are a non-technical models, you should know how to use the tools. Knowing the tool is not enough. Effectively using the tools. Effectively using the tools. Yeah, we will see. We will go through that. Okay, but it is about effectively using the tools. Okay. Yeah.
How about the higher end role of, like maybe it's a consulting role, but how do you bring in AI? How are you going to change your existing business processes? How are you going to create efficiencies? What's that role? Because obviously somebody at that level,
Leadership role?
yeah. So I mean, what would those
What
positions?
should be the leader's responsibility in
No,
the
no,
AI?
not what are those positions? Like when I remember when the internet came in,
Hmm.
it was the landscape was
Nobody
nobody
knew.
understood it. So
Hmm.
they would say, okay, how would internet help my organization?
Okay.
It started, oh, you need a website. Oh,
You
my
need,
God.
you're talking about consultants coming up helping you.
So now the AI is coming in,
Hmm.
and I feel like there isn't that kind of, education happening for leadership or for the workers, like that kind of happened when internet came.
Hmm.
That companies did not have websites. So somebody would go to the CEO
Yeah, there are many companies are coming up, consulting companies, okay, and they are also telling that existing companies like Accentures are not doing good. They are telling that internal skill are much better than the consultants. That's the survey which has come up. But there are companies in California who are focusing on. One is one is like suppose Meta, Google, all these guys are developing the model, foundation models they call as, where huge money is involved, billions, you have seen that, billions of investments. And there is another type of industry which is coming up where people are developing products around these models, right? You have seen that they have been bought up by small, young guys, 25 guys, they are Cursor, then Windsurf, they are, they are the products getting developed, okay? That is another type of industry coming up. And there is a new industry, consulting, where the people can help, right? Because still it is new. And as you pointed out, you need somebody to do this. But what is somebody is the existing consulting firms are no good. They are still learning. But there are companies, yeah, yeah,
I was going to give an example. A young kid, 27 years old, he developed a smart agent, right? A master agent. Took out about a month, and the guy sold the company of that agent for half a dollar. So that's going on today, right?
Probably solves the problem for some business.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody's developing it. The market is maturing. It's not there yet. That's mature. But people do it. If you, I'll take 2 minutes.
yeah, sure.
So if you go back at the age of computer revolution, right? People who did in the financial industry, for example, they were doing logs, bookkeeping, and it would take somebody 3 days of work to do an audit. Today, AI can do the audit in matter of minutes, right? It's the same concept. It's just a new version of the tool, and we just need to get used to it.
Can I ask you a question? Yeah, so, Assalamu alaikum, everyone. So when you said, yes, I understand where you're coming from, the guy developed a product and sold it for, you said $500,000, right? Something like that. So is it safe, my question now is it safe to say that the AI will benefit entrepreneur more than just, other people who work for the corporate?
I think people, I think people are taking advantage of it, right? Right now, there's a lot of hype, and because of the hype, everybody's kind of taking advantage of. But there are companies, serious-minded companies. There are governments who are spending and investing billions and billions and billions of dollars, right? That's where you're going to see the innovation. But then if you look at companies like Cisco, Cisco is built upon acquisitions. And they are buying the products that have been developed by the innovators, and therefore that cycle will continue in the IT industry. That's the beauty of this industry that we're in. So there will be growth in both directions, but the people who are going to win are the ones who are spending tons of money in it. Meta, for example, is spending tremendous amount of dollar figure, right? And if you look at their platform, nobody's doing it, by the way. The VR stuff, the only one who's doing it is Meta. And whoever gets into it and they get hooked onto it, just like how people got hooked onto Mac and Apples, right? Again, it's a bet, right? But if that takes off, it's just amazing. I mean, so they're going to probably corner the market.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Another thing you can focus on is, see, generic products have been developed, right? Yeah, I think you can keep it. Anybody wants to talk? Yeah. So the generic products have been developed by these big corporations, right? Now we have to develop something which is specific to each domain, like financial domain, industry different. So we want specific and personal software development. That's where what you're talking about, there are young guys who are doing this because you see Meta, Oracle, they are all focusing on big things, fine. And if you can come up and come up with a product because this is new. Not many people, it is still not mature. If you want to come up with a new idea, new thought process, something you can automate in your domain, there is still scope. Yeah, I think they switch it on.
Let's try this one, see. Fixed it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can use this. Yeah.
Yeah, just a quick, so I understand that, but my question is more, the people who have their own business or try to develop their own business, they don't have to go like that big yet, but there are some sources available, to take those small steps, like enhancement, I would say. You don't have to, invent the wheel. You just have to kind of, as you mentioned earlier, that to utilize it. But there are a lot of beneficial AI tools out there who can help like a small business who have like a, let's say, e-commerce shop, like Shopify or Etsy or some other like, e-commerce platforms. I think in terms of advertisement marketing, there's a lot of, I think it would just tremendously benefit the one who like struggling right now.
I agree with you. I agree with you because you see, there is something called RAG. If you can combine your company's knowledge, small business. Suppose you are a restaurant business. You can take all your menus and all the commonly asked questions. You can put it in a document, and you just make it as a vector DB, and people can ask those questions. You need not have to get involved. You can just create a small chat box, have it available, and put it on the website. Common questions they ask. Sometime after certain questions, if the customer is getting irritated, just point it to the customer or put a telephone number. So at least the basic repetitive questions you can answer it. I'm just giving one example. So even the small businesses can get in. Investment is not heavy. Very, 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 maybe like once you develop this, there are no code tools available now. You can develop this maybe in a day or two and bring it to the market, right? And the investment is monthly, a subscription about $10 or $15. You can have it on your website. And again, if you are thinking from an entrepreneur point of view, you can give this service to all small businesses. I just gave you one example. You can just think of many other things. Like yeah. No, I'm telling. Yeah, yeah. Even now, the reason is, even a non-technical guy can do no-code development now, right? If you are able to give the prompts properly, there are a lot of no-code tools. If you are a domain expert, like for you're a PM, you can find solutions for your own without any code. You can have it, and basic code, it just develops within minutes.
I think that prompt engineering that you mentioned is the same, like, for example, if you use the ChatGPT quite often, I think it adjusts to your level of like interaction. For example, if I have
It basically, it understood you.
you have to kind of adjust it to yourself. It automatically somehow adjusts.
It's not automatically, basically, whatever you chat, the whole thing is going to that. Again, like suppose you and me are having conversation, like suppose if I don't have recollection memory, I lost what you said, but whatever you have it in the chat, the whole thing has been sent, and again, the whole context is been given to ChatGPT. That's where it understands. Suppose you say this, I had been to London, okay, where is the great restaurant? Where? You didn't say London again. It understood you meant London, okay? So those contextual, like I'm just talking, as you increase your conversation, you have a lot more things you have discussed. And once it understands that you are an IT guy, it explains you like a technical guy. If you are a PM, it explains you like a PM. If you are an accounting guy, it explains you like an accounting guy, okay? Yeah, so another question, yeah, there is scope for the young guys to come up with new innovations, okay? So the faster, that when the new technology comes up, we faster get in, understand, we have an edge, because after some time it gets saturated. This is the time. Still it is not matured. This is the right time to jump in, do something. Yeah, yeah.
So um, there is a skill, right, which is the development and the entrepreneur skill. But like the brother was saying before, the business intelligence is something that AI cannot take over, right?
Right.
And really to make a tool happen, I've tried it myself. And I only got to a point where I reached from point 0 to maybe about 80%, and I couldn't go any further, right? Because the domain that I was trying to develop in, I didn't have the knowledge. So that BI intelligence is still within the human factor,
Right.
you know.
Okay. Yeah. Great. Thank you.
Oh. Oh. So now developing AI enhanced workflow, okay, embracing AI tools early, that will have a big advantage in the sense human and AI collaboration. Okay, so when you have these two, means you are making AI as your secretary, fine, and AI is so we take all the good things of AI, data processing, all those things, and we take, like for example, we want to make certain decision, it does the processing, it gives you the result, you make the decision. Oh, yeah, okay. So, okay, go ahead. Okay, so now, so there is an urgency, there is a call of duty, we need to start doing it, okay. It's not that we can just lay back and wait what AI can do and it will be too late. The way, whether it is internet, we were not, as a community, didn't do well when the internet revolution came, computer revolution came, nothing we did, industrial revolution we lost, then social media revolution came, we lost, okay, then our kids were explaining and again, we don't know, we didn't have any clue. Okay, we have to jump in and start working towards that, and again, there is still time for us to do it. So for an example, for a software developer, how he can adopt AI? So he can make, you can have, like suppose you are developing a software, now you can make a call to the AI and incorporate AI in your software. Whether it is making use of code generated by AI or making a call, API call to AI and incorporating AI in your software development. Suppose you are a full stack developer, you can make API calls to OpenAI and start using OpenAI to do the analysis, and this can enhance your productivity. And as a financial analyst, you can use machine learning to process the data, okay. If you are in the healthcare industry, you can use AI to diagnose the thing, and also AI is very good to go through all the scans and it can tell you what is wrong, and at least it can suggest some things which will take hours and days together to analyze those scans as a human. So you can use this. And nurses, they are able to interpret what AI gives. The doctors, they can interpret what AI gives. You need to be able to run this as a non-technical guys. You should be able to tweak certain parameters and run those processes, okay, and able to take full advantage of AI.
But you're still, the critical thinking is on you.
Yeah. You are the master, you have a secretary.
But critical, because this is really key. The critical thinking is on you, not on the tool.
Not on that. It can see, the AI can only know the patterns and it can tell already somebody has answered that. Like suppose a diagnosis is already done by you are just bringing all the diagnosis in one place, which has told for these symptoms, this is what been diagnosed. You need to tell that. You need to give the results and also you need to give the inputs. What all things led to this? Okay, when you say that somebody may get a heart attack, what all the symptoms are there? You have to give that. You have to give this data, then it can predict. Okay, so we can accumulate all the things, like suppose for a disease diagnosis, already there should be enough diagnosis been done by a doctor and we know what is the result he has given. We accumulate all of them. For a new doctor comes, he need not have to again research it. You have an answer, now look at it and make a decision, because still you are the person making the decision, not the AI.
AI is aiding you, okay? It is supporting you to make the decision. Now the decisions are not on the gut feel, the decisions are with the data, knowledge of the data, okay? It is giving out the information for you because it is very good, we understood, as a data processing engine, right? We can use, it can understand the pattern better than us, okay? And if at all, like suppose yeah, in the manufacturing sector, there is something called computer vision. It can recognize the human faces, okay? And also it can find the defects, and also you can have proactive in manufacturing. Suppose before the AC shuts down, you know certain symptoms, means the power consumptions are going up, but the AC's output is low. You can have sensors, and you have the sensors from the power outlet, sensors on your AC. AC output is less, but power consumption is going up, output is less. That shows that there is something problem which is about to happen. So this sensor data can be fed, analyzed, and preventive care we can do for in the manufacturing sector. Clear? Yeah.
Well, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum.
Thank you for having the opportunity to talk. Well, when it comes to the decision making that you mentioned earlier, I mean, I have a question about the AI model, or even the agent, or the automatic agent, the agentics, where the information is fed to them by low-skilled workers, like in different countries. Is a controversy right now, like ChatGPT. They have all these people across the world that were basically inputting data, and very, very less paid skilled people doing this job. So the information is fed into the system to train the bot or the agent, as being fed by people that maybe are not medical doctors or a financial analyst. So who work on the reliability of that information being accurate to the point where it can allow a doctor to diagnose a heart attack? That's what the problem is.
Yeah.
So how do you solve that?
Yeah. So if the data is wrong, okay, the data is wrong, your output will be wrong, okay? And exactly, I'm coming to your point. It is called as a supervised learning. In the supervised learning, you have to label the data, and it is happening in African countries. Yes. Low-skilled people have been used, and they are used for the basic tasks, not on the medical diagnosis part. And again, somebody is using it, that is somewhat, that is one of the responsibility of a business, to make sure that they are using right people for right job. Otherwise you get, suppose, so the AI output is as good as the data. For AI is all about the data. If wrong data is being fed, okay, it will give wrong results. So this is one of the responsibility of the business, to make sure that, and again, suppose if we describe your name is a bad person, okay, and everywhere, suppose your name is Muhammad, and everywhere on the internet we have put Muhammad is bad, and immigration guy puts up Muhammad, he gets, okay, already there are red flags about Muhammad. So this is also something we have to come up with. Yeah.
As a time for all this thing, all this effort, and whatever the knowledge you share, I just want to share 2 cents. So in my personal opinion, AI or the machine learning is really helpful when the data is non-structured. For the structured data, we already have a lot of history and we are doing all these things. But where we have the non-structured or semi-structured data, whether it is in the form of conversation, whether email, whether memo, whether regulations, whether contract, whether images, whether videos, in that particular area, AI really shines. And I was listening the conversation about the entrepreneurship, and based on my networking, all of the entrepreneurship is actually happening on the non-structured data, because there we have the more opportunity. For all of the number crunching, they have been doing since Fortran ages. So this is just my 2 cents. And again, thank you for all of your time.
Yeah. So because you see, paralegal, right, they have to spend so much time to read through all these things. But here it can take all those unstructured contracts and all, and it can summarize those things for you. Yeah.
Hi. First of all, thank you so much for spending your time with us. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
There are a few conversations happening here and there amongst your audience. My background is we both are from computer science background.
Okay,
right?
that's good.
And I've been working since 2001 on AI, right, machine learning,
Oh, mashallah.
right, NLP, natural
Uh-huh.
language processing, vision and everything. So, first of all, when you see from the business point of view,
Mhm.
most of people, they need to see from couple of, they need to see from couple of aspects. Number one, AI has been there for around 50s, 60s.
1950s.
50s.
Yeah, even 39, I think. First-
MIT developed the BOT systems in
Uh-huh.
56. Eurocaport was the first one, right? And fast forward, and then IBM had everything. So right now, when we say ChatGPT, we are basically specific about the large language model only.
Yeah.
That's a new thingy. But otherwise, AI, machine, deep learning,
Statistics
neural
was
networks,
there,
everything is there,
mathematics
yeah.
was there, yeah.
Even for a day-to-day job, computer science in our office, right, we are developing the solutions.
Uh-huh.
But right now, there are more hype, as one of the brothers said it, it's everything AI. Makeup is AI. Even the toilet, commode is AI.
It is selling
Yeah,
point.
so-
It is
so
a
that's-
selling point.
That's one thing.
And
Now-
even you see the scarcity comes out about the job market. In reality, excess people are coming out of CS background.
Right,
It's
right.
not only because of AI people are laid off. Okay, that is the picture which people are not talking about.
Uh-huh.
Because you see, now you go to the social media, you see the hype what they have created. Okay, I became a millionaire. All this young guy want to do computer
That's a
science.
0.01 success story.
Yeah.
The people forget about 99.9%.
But still, you see, that is one point.
Yeah.
Hang on there. Another thing is still highly paid jobs are in
exactly.
IT. That is a hype has been created. What I mean is more people are getting into CS.
Sure.
That is also contributing to excess, not AI.
Right.
Yeah.
And there are so many studies has been done, already done deal.
Uh-huh.
Like large language model, or people were saying the governance, and there is a framework by MIT,
Uh-huh.
human in the loop. So there is always be an importance of a human.
Mhm.
This person has been created with a ChatGPT and all of those things are basically, as you mentioned, whatever you feed the data, you get it. It's not reliable. So there must be a human intelligence.
And that intelligence should be above him.
Yeah,
Because you should be able to understand what it has given out,
Yeah,
right?
yes.
Suppose you are using vibe coding and the code being spilled out by AI, you should have the caliber to understand and integrate, right?
Yeah, and there is one more.
Uh-huh. Ah.
Company here was the-
Mhm.
Pony right now, maybe eventually it'll be a 10 trick pony, but right now, I can beat your AI when it comes to cybersecurity, but I know 2 years from now, everything gonna be coded. I'll be looking
See,
like a
and
robot.
again, where did AI learn about coding? It also learned from the GitHub. If somebody has written bad GitHub code, it is there in that. Okay? So you should be better than AI to do that. And again, you can create small classes and methods using AI, not enterprise type software, right? And again, if you can't integrate that, can't understand that, who will maintain this code? Still those things are there. It is read wrong code, wrong answer is given. How many times you just take that code, it doesn't work. And again, there will be different libraries, they are not compatible, yeah? Okay. Hmm? Because they have the freedom to do things there, yeah? Yeah, I think some.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum
Sorry, brother, I did not catch your name. What's your name first?
salam. Ijaz.
Ijaz.
Yeah.
Okay, my name is Warda, so assalamu alaikum to you all. I'm here today just to get a little bit of guidance, as I feel in a big dilemma as to which direction to proceed. For context, my background is pharmaceutical science, when I was in undergrad about 8 years ago. That was my plan A to plan C. Then the year of COVID, I moved to Virginia, and I see that the wave of IT is very strong. That's when I started getting interest in learning some form of IT, okay? So I started with full stack, and quickly, although I completed the boot camp, I realized most of the material was a little over my head. Why choose full stack? I was thinking, okay, if you're considering machine learning, blockchain, that's the way to start. But I would admit the material was way over my head. Then I resorted to something that requires less coding, so that I considered Power Platform and SharePoint, which I enjoy, okay? So I still haven't secured a full-time job with that. For about 1.5 years, I kind of left that alone as well. So I would admit when I started using GPT, that was 2024 summer, so I would say I'm still kind of late to getting on that boat, okay? And recently I was typing something, and then I found GPT calling me Habibti. I was like, oh my God, am I Habibti to GPT now? But that actually made me kind of panic. I felt like I'm too late for the AI wagon, but at the same time, I don't want to be much more late than I am, like a few years from now. Say, for example, when I have children, I don't want to be like the one mom that don't understand what they're talking about, one. And for two, if I'm navigating from pharmaceutical science to IT, given where AI is now, what would be your recommendation for me to start learning in baby steps? So this is for question for you, Brother Ijaz, and for the rest of the brothers that are here. Jazakumullah khair.
So as you pointed out, you are very much, you were interested in power tools, right? So you see, one of the way AI is also coming up, there is a lot of no-code environment are there. If you like no-code type of stuff, I think the way I understood, you don't want to get into too technical, and you want to be on the, but still you want to automate the stuff. So I recommend you to look into the no-code, whether it is Microsoft also has no code called their Microsoft Copilot Studio is there, Power Platform that is there, and also N8N is open source. N8N, it's a AI automation now. Okay, so that is another place where you can, without less code. Zapier is there. These are the places you can look at, but still, as you are enjoying doing Power Platforms, I think that may help you. And again,
Sure.
coming to, you are not late. We are all learning. We are still learning AI. Fine now, still there is demand, and you are not late. You can still manage to bridge that gap what you have.
Sure, and just to add to a couple of, I think the brother in the brown shirt, he mentioned that AI has been around since 1950s. And one question I have for him and also for you is that, like, what would be the baby steps to learning AI now? Like, previously there was a more of structured platform or classes, but then when you go online, there are so many resources, and I don't want to be like haphazarding from one video to another video. So if you were to advise me where to start in baby steps, I really appreciate it.
That. Some of the things you can look at is prompt engineering, how to ask better questions to AI. That is very easy. There is no code involved there. Prompt engineering. Then if you feel like getting more into AI, another thing you can do is, as I mentioned, no code tools are available. Then in case if you like it, you can also get into the context engineering. Context engineering, it's one level above prompt engineering, wherein you give system prompts to the LLMs to do certain job. It can be as simple as you can give tools, different tools to LLM, because the way LLMs works is they have a knowledge cutoff, so they only know from the time what's been taught to them, but they are not good in calculation. Suppose you have a thing of calculation, they need external tool, whether they need to go into the web, search something, all those things you can automate those stuff. And again, brother, you want to add something to that?
brother has a question. Go ahead.
Brother already answered the questions like a no code and other stuff. There is a one problem which is going on. Anyone who want to learn AI, machine learning, and any these stuff, right? Gen AI. That there is a flood of content, literally flood of content. If you go to the YouTube, Udemy, or any area or any place, you feel like it's a flood, it's a tsunami of the informations. So my advice is choose the one platform that's a number one strategy. Like take the example Microsoft Power BI. Just focus on it. Don't look around any other stuff unless until you get the mastery. That's the number one thing strategy for learning purposes. By the way, we both also teach. We were adjunct faculty member of the universities in academic space. Second advice is do not learn from those YouTubers or TikToker who has no computer science background. I'm not kidding it. I was in a big conference. There was a lady. She has a psychiatrist background, psychology background, and she was giving a lecture on AI machine learning, and people were listening. So make sure you learn from the domain expert. Right? You take the advice from the doctors, from the medical related. Don't ask from the psychiatrist or attorney or a computer scientist or computer engineer. So two advice. Just focus one thing and pick one or two authentic author and just go with it. And I will recommend one book. It's called AI Engineering. If anyone is new, I want you to get the sense, go with the AI Engineering book. Yeah.
Jazakumullah khair.
Yeah. Do you have a question or I can do some? Yeah, brother, go ahead.
Yeah. Different dimension of AI.
Okay, fine.
He was elected, I said, no, go ahead. Forum. Go ahead.
I think these are all positive things.
He got
I don't want to bring a
Microphone.
negativity to it, actually.
Sounds sensible.
Yeah, I think my only concern is I think maybe, I don't know, I came late, so you probably already discussed all this, but about the job market, impact of AI and all that stuff. So, I mean, I see one thing that, I've been developing for quite some time, but now I see with AI, that entry-level people come in and they, they're doing the good job, right, with the AI and all that stuff. But where we used to spend a lot of time to figure out things, Stack Overflow and all that, these guys are coming up with answers in minutes, right? And they're very fast now with these things, right? So I see that, it kind of helped, but it also kind of hurting quite a bit, right? For people like experienced developers who spent quite some time and they were value for that. I see the value going down quite a bit, right? Because from the management perspective, they only, they're like, who's fast, right? And who can, so this gap is closing pretty fast. So I think you have to be really good now in your job with these, like you said, AI tools and all that, right? In order to compete with them, right?
Yep. So now there is also a concept like shelf life of the skill is reduced. We have to keep upskilling. So earlier, when we were in the IT, it was considered as 5 years you need to upskill. Right. Now it is 2 years and 2.5 years. One has to keep upskilling it. Otherwise, young guys will come and they know, because they have been born with mobile phones, technically savvy. My daughter can operate the mobile much faster than me because those are the kids who are coming up. But they may not have like brother mentioned, they may not have in-depth knowledge of computer science, but some of the work can be done, yeah. So the shelf life is coming down, you have to upskill. And you see, upskilling is becoming lifelong in the sense you learn something and there is no guarantee that you will be there in the job market forever. One has to upskill, and that thing is coming down now. 2.5 hours you need to again bring up new thing is coming up, you need to learn and stay in the market, okay. Now, in the sense you see, in the case of there are foundation models are there which are having general global knowledge like ChatGPT, Gemini, Anthropic, Cloud, etc., Llama. Then you can also have AI model on the enterprise knowledge. You can use RAG, etc., to have the internal knowledge, and you can also use them to just answer the questions. And you can Like with this, you can come up with a new market, new product, discuss with AI, come up with new features for your product, right? And use AI for processing purpose, making a decision, communicating, collaborating with AI, okay, business improvement, gathering new needed information, etc. So that will be the reshaping of the future. Now coming to that, okay, what are the action items we have? Okay, for the non-technical people, I think brother was asking, non-technical people, one, you have to, if you are a non-technical field, you have to get to know these tools, whether it is ChatGPT, Gemini, for example, Notion AI for the knowledge management, Napkin AI for visualization. You have no, yeah, if you are Google has a wonderful product called Note LM, wherein you, if suppose something you are not understanding, it is very complex for it, just take the videos, take those documents, drop it into Note LM, and it will come up with a summary for you. It will be very easy to understand. Even the subjects, it's free. It's free. Note LM. Notebook LM. Yeah. No, in the sense for our, it's free. But if you want to go enterprise level, I'm talking about for your purpose, you want to understand some subject, drop information, and it can summarize for you. And it will create the knowledge map, etc. So easily you can grasp new concept. So what my thing is, you not only need to learn new at a very fast scale, fine. You need to get the grasp the knowledge, because you see, with very less time, you can learn new things with this Notebook LM. I have tried myself. If I don't understand some concept, I'll just put it in. It summarizes me. You can even have a conversation with it. You can pause, Notebook LM. Napkin AI. Visual. If you want to create flow charts, etc., Napkin AI can do it. Okay. So there are many tools, and every day getting added. Okay. So then prompt engineering. You have to be good in prompt engineering. If you are a customer sales representative, you need to know how to ask question to the ChatGPT or Gemini. And each model is specialized. For example, cloud does good in something like programming aspect. Okay, generic things, ChatGPT, find how to ask question, which model to use. You should get familiar with this if you are a non-technical guy. Then, see, prompt engineering is nothing but having very clear and precise answer, going iteratively, asking questions, okay, role play, then assigning and verifying the results. Definitely you need to verify the results. Then another thing for non-technical team, see, whatever you see, anything which is repetitive, try to make use of these tools, right? And also for basic creativity and problem solving, one has to be aware of data privacy, because you need to know about data privacy, fairness, okay? And definitely help each other to grow. This is one of the thing what a non-technical guy, how he can improve in the AI field. Now coming to the technical guys, they can develop the models. Suppose if you are a technical guy, then you can develop the model, fine-tune the models. If at all you are good, you can take the models which are foundation models available, pre-tuned models, you can take it and you can fine-tune it, or you can tune, or you can use, integrate APIs, okay? You can integrate like Google, if you give a subscription, the price is very small to play around. Okay, OpenAI, there are APIs. Gemini, there are APIs. You can use their APIs, integrate these APIs in your code, and come up, like suppose you are too good, maybe you can invent something. It's not that ChatGPT is the ultimate. Already Singapore company is challenging ChatGPT. They are coming up with hierarchical reasoning compared to ChatGPT is more of a chain. It is a chain of thought. The way it has been done, it is using chain of thought. Because of the chain of thought, it has to fed lot of intermediate, means it goes step by step execution. For that, each step it has to be fed with lot of data. That becomes more computation intensive. But the way human work is, it will work in different time span. In the sense, when you have a complex problem, it first the human brain plans it, then you have just execution job, like somebody touch me, I have immediate reaction. Those type of tasks also can be performed, all can be clubbed. hierarchical reasoning. This is another thinking process which is coming up. ChatGPT, all these models which have been developed, they are chain of thought. Means you need to give step by step, and each step requires a lot of data to be fed. That becomes compute. No, so there is still scope for the people to come up with new models. What I mean, that is not the end. GPT is not the end. See, you see how much power it is taking, ChatGPT, how many GPUs, how many servers, how much water, how much energy it is consuming. Suppose if you can come up with a method, not using the brute force method to do something, if you come up with much more better understanding like a human brain, you have scope to come up with new models. Right? Okay, responsibility. Ensure as a developer, you have to make it is as a tech team, it should be scalable, reliable, and making sure that there is no much bias, fairness, responsibility, accountability, all these things one has to consider, and also monitor once you deploy the models. Then as a leader, one has to have a vision, long-term strategy for AI, align AI with the business strategies, come up with a tool, like their responsibility to make sure that, and again, training and upskilling, it is not just the responsibility of the business, government has to get involved, institutions like this, non-profit organization coming in and upskill, because it's a call of duty now, right? It is very urgent that we all come together and we all work together and bridge that gap. Yeah.
Sorry to stop. Quick
Hmm.
question, right?
Uh-huh.
You mentioned something about fairness and bias
Okay.
and responsibility in AI development.
Mhm.
So where do we put that check? Where does that check come from? Is it the organization? Is it the government? Or how do we put that
See, there should be some law from the government. You see, now, do you, even US, does it have a secretariat to monitor AI? A minister, secretary been assigned to monitor AI? But you see, UAE is doing good. Already they have a minister for AI. They have a university for AI. Yeah? UAE is comparatively coming out very good. Still, UI, everything is happening in Google, Facebook, there. But where is the DC still is behind. But these check and balances should come from the government.
But if, like now, we're here discussing this as an issue, maybe we can have like a brainstorm about how do we do to come up with an implemented check? Not like a regulatory check, because after the rules and laws are implemented, where the logical enforcement? How do we make sure this AI specifically doesn't have any bias and the Muslim bias?
Yeah, you're seeing Palestine, this one. You're seeing Gaza, what's going on. AI being used there, right? If you are behind, we will just keep receiving. And we keep begging for the people who are hitting us.
But how do we do? What is at least usually some citizens start the process. I mean, in the usually is citizen initiative, so making a lot of noise, creating like votes, and whatever for them to know this group is talking about this and discussing further, because we just see is there something about specific as a Muslim community being a victim of this? No, that's how you know that we are still too early. Okay. I mean,
But I think we should, yeah. So, okay, now, as a leader, you need to have cross-team collaboration, etc., and also make sure that there is a responsibility, oversight, what the brother was talking about, set governance, ethics, which is not there, accountability, transparency. Otherwise, sometimes AI knows more than an employee. There will be knowledge gap issues. Fine. So and these are all, and again, the societal impact, trusting this product. Okay, these are all the job of the responsibility. It is not only about the business. Business, no, they are more interested in the numbers. They want profit, but somebody, as a government, has to step in now. Okay, bias mitigation, privacy protection, security enhancement, right? Trust building. accountability, transparency, all those things have to be come up. Still, we are behind on that. Then, where do we stand? So, this is one way of seeing it. We give what market is talking about, what we think we can improve, and we have put all the things in front of you. You have to self-assess yourself how you can use AI. Ignoring, blaming, right? That is one part of it. Otherwise, because we didn't want to use paper for long. We know where we are now. Okay, we didn't want to. Like when we in our golden age, we were proactive, doing things, but everything somebody didn't want us to do, or we were reluctant to do. We know how much behind we are. So I think it is call of the hour. Like everybody, all of us have to come together, consider at the pace in which the industry is changing, right? So we have to start looking towards it. Okay, and again, there may be hype, there may be buzz. Okay, there are a lot of other factors which are going in, but it's not that we have to lay back. We have to start preparing ourselves. That's my suggestion. And knowing the tools, understanding the tools, not only knowing the tool is not enough, effectively using the tools. Once you start using, that's when you make use of. Start using, whether it is your personal work or whether it is office, start making use of these tools. Then you'll get familiar with the tools and you'll be comfortable using it. Fine. And the people who are in IT, if they have to upskill themselves to get into ML, data science, and AI, that will be another way of doing it. So this is the presentation. With this, I'll conclude and I'll open it for the questions.
No, not a question. Just to comment for the brother Mohammed answer. So from the US point of view, I was suspecting, and I just impact. So California is way better than the rest of the US. So California state has their own laws, regulations, and policies which implemented the revision of the California. So at least California is way better than the rest of the US.
And I was shocked when I saw UAE, and again they have a model called Falcon they have come up with. At least compared to other Muslim countries, they are doing a lot better. And again, they have a university coming up. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. I think we are. It's Azan time. Yeah.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح.